A report comes in to Southwest Health and Human Services from the Minnesota Adult Abuse Reporting Center stating that there is concern from a bank of an elderly couple that has been struggling with overdrafts and overspending. Upon making the report, bank officials have shared that there is a son and daughter-in-law that also have access to this account. Once the report comes, it is up to the adult protection team to screen the report and determine if the elderly couple meets the criteria of being vulnerable adults. If so, then a case is opened up to explore possible financial exploitation. This is just one type of case that Sherry Housechild, adult protection investigator with Southwest Health and Human Services, could be involved with in her job as a county social worker. There are many different careers that I'm interested in at this time, social work being one of them. There are many different opportunities within a social work career, so in doing my research, I found this position to be one of the most interest to me. I knew Sherry from teaching her children in swimming lessons, and I was aware that she worked in this area, so I gave her a call to set up an interview. We scheduled it for Monday, October 21st at her office. During this interview, I felt very comfortable. I was very prepared with my questions, and she was very easy to visit with. This put me at ease and helped me to learn from her. As a communicator, I felt that it went very well. I was able to clearly articulate the questions, and she had no problem with answering what I was asking. Sherry did not know her whole life that she wanted to be an adult protection investigator. This was something that she arrived at after pursuing some other opportunities first. Sherry attended college at South Dakota State University in Brookings, South Dakota. There she received a bachelor's degree in sociology with minors in human development and criminal justice. Sherry's experience was primarily working in group homes for the developmentally disabled and those challenged with mental health needs. It was during a case manager position with Western Mental Health that she became aware of an opening at Southwest Health and Human Services. With Sherry's educational background, she was the perfect fit for adult protection. Sherry's job now entails reviewing reports to the Abuse Reporting Center in 6 counties of Southwest Minnesota. She is one of 3 social workers that reviews and determines if the victim is at risk and if intervention is needed. As an adult protection investigator, Sherry spends most of her day communicating with people face-to-face on an interview with the victim or the alleged perpetrator. She may also communicate by phone, through email, letters that are mailed through her regarding the case. This communication can also take place with others that are involved with her investigation. Many times, this may include the local law enforcement. At times, these investigations are found to be substantiated, and in this case, then may go to court. When at court, Sherry then communicates her findings with lawyers and judges. Sherry has worked with multiple people to gain communication skills through her various positions in her career. In college, she had a class where she learned the fundamentals of interviewing and how to effectively communicate with others. Communication is an imperative part of her position. There are many different areas that Sherry gets involved in through her position. These include caregiver abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, caregiver neglect, self-neglect, and financial exploitation. What I found most interesting about Sherry's job is that she has a great variety of concerns that are coming her way. There are so many different people that she interacts with every day. When she isn't out doing interviews, then she is often found in the office working on the paperwork and doing investigating to share with the law enforcement officials. There is an awful lot of behind-the-scenes work that needs to be done to make sure that investigations are thorough and complete. In order to improve in her understanding, she is required to complete ongoing continuing education every year to maintain her skills and learn more about areas that she needs to develop. Sherry will often complete webinars to the Minnesota Department of Human Services that provide education and review requirements for the adult protection investigators. Communication is essential, and during my interview, I found out that one of the biggest things in this line of work that would need change is that in working with elderly population, it is most important to slow down in talking to them. Many of these individuals are hard of hearing, so it is important to articulate words and make sure that they are completely understanding what is being said. Along with verbal communication, written communication is also of great importance. Paperwork that is being mailed to other professionals for a review prior to court hearings must be well written and points must be clearly stated. In doing this interview, I felt at ease and gained a great deal of insight into social work. I was really excited to learn more about this area as it interacts with law enforcement as well as lawyers and judges in court. I found this assignment very intriguing, and it is an area that I was not familiar with prior to the interview. As a junior in high school, I have been focusing on learning more about various careers that are available to me in my future. Overall, I believe that social work is an option for me to consider when looking at a future career. I think that if I wanted to pursue this interest, I would have the qualities to fulfill this career path and be able to obtain a degree to make me marketable in this area.